Hey there, fellow palm nuts and exotic plant freaks. Happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. Hope you're having a good Father's Day, and I'm guessing you're probably spending it with your kids. Maybe not. Maybe you're out in the garden. Who knows? But all the best out there, and I hope you're having a great day. My daughter sent me a really nice card here with
Do you want to
with a palm. Okay, with a palm tree on it.
I'm afraid.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna get right back to you. I gotta turn the power on.
Are you live streaming?
I'm live streaming right now.
Oh, I'm kind of nervous. I think what's confusing is that I have one of those dimmer switches.
Breakers are on. These lights are on, so you better test it with your plug tank first. What? Lights are working now. Okay, I gotta get back to my live stream. Just hit the breakers, they're right here. Okay, they're all off now. Okay, folks, sorry about that. Had to help Wendy for a minute. I don't know if there's anybody in there. Not yet. So, current time here in the North Pacific is 1:38 p.m. I just had some cheese and crackers and a little pepperoni. That was my lunch for today. I've spent the morning working in the palm nursery. And as I was saying, my daughter sent me a really nice card. She likes to make cards, and she put a palm tree on it because she knows I like palms. And my two boys wished me happy Father's Day. They all live off on the Big Island, and they're all grown up. My daughter's 26. Oldest son is getting close to 30, and my youngest son is going to be 20 in a couple of weeks. Yeah, I was busy in the palm nursery this morning. It was a great morning to pot up palm trees and replenish some of the stock that I've sold. So that's what I do. Once I sell stuff, I pot up more palms and I fill up those empty gaps. I was going to say the current temperature here is, last time I looked, was 21 degrees Celsius, 54.9% humidity. And just an absolutely perfect day here on Salt Spring Island. Perfect temperature. There is a slight breeze. I can see the tops of the tallest eucalyptus trees moving in the breeze. And we actually had a millimeter of rain early yesterday morning. And for those of you that don't know the metric system, KRS Palm, hello. KROS Palm, hello. Aloha. Happy Father's Day to you. If you are a father, if not, happy Palmy Day to you. Yeah, it's a really nice day here on Salt Spring Island. And I was busy down in the nursery. I was saying it was funny. I was out pruning some of the eucalyptus trees. And remember, when you're in the north, PSM, aloha. This is the best time of the year to prune eucalyptus trees if you live in a northern latitude like us. Never ever prune your eucalyptus trees in the fall or winter if you live in the north. Okay, it's very detrimental to them. If you get a bad freeze, you can kill them. So I'm up in the eucalyptus trees and I'm pruning the tops off of them. These ones we want to keep relatively low. And I just about cut a tree frog in half. It was really scary. I always have my Felcos on there, and I reached up a branch, and I was just about to clamp it shut, and there's a little tree frog on there. So I was like, whoa. So he hopped onto another branch, and he continued to watch me as I finished pruning the rest of the tree. I was just taking the tops off. Thank you very much for the seedlings, Michael from Oh, cool. Right on. Awesome. I'm glad. Thank you. And thanks for watching there, Mike. I know you guys are probably about 9 hours ahead of us. It is 1:41 p.m. Pacific time here on Salt Spring Island. And like I say, current temperature around 21 degrees Celsius and 54.9% humidity. And there's some scattered clouds up there. It's actually a really beautiful day. Really, really nice weather for gardening and doing anything else you want. It is Sunday, back to work tomorrow. Canada Day is coming up soon. Canada Day is July 1st. And it's funny, it does fall on a Wednesday, unfortunately. So work the Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday off, and then back to the grind on Thursday. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to start work a little bit earlier, and I'm heading over to the Big Island. I have to do some things to do with work there and pick up a tractor and bring it back to Salt Spring Island. So get off island. I was off island last week as well, picking up one of the parks trucks. So hope your gardens are flourishing out there. Bananas are really growing fast here now in this weather. I've started giving them Miracle Grow. And if some of you watched the live stream there last week, a friend of ours gave us the 1248 Miracle Grow cartridge with the watering nozzle. And it's really nice because it does have a switch on it. You can go fertilize or just water, and then it's got an adjustable end on it. You can go jet, spray, shower, whatever, different settings for the watering if you like. It's a really, really good unit, and you may want to look into that. So it's always attached to the hose, and when you're ready to fertilize, you just switch the nozzle over, you switch the thing over to Fert, and it will fertilize for you. And I'm already noticing a difference in some of the plants, so maybe I should have been using that stuff years ago. He swears by it for his bananas. He's got the saloon down the road from us, and his bananas are going crazy. He's got an Ensete ventricosum Morillii, the red Abyssinian banana. And some of you may know they're from Ethiopia, and they are much more tender than Musa Baju. But when Hal plants things, he gets the mini excavator in and he digs out a good area, nice and deep, and backfills it with good topsoil and manure. And those bananas grow like weeds. Which Tracky Carpus grows the fastest? Well, from my experience growing them, I would say Tracky Carpus Fortunae and Wagnerianus grow pretty faster too. Hybrids also grow fast. I heard Tequil grows fast, but we only have small Tequil. We also have Manipure that seems to be growing pretty fast too. But the fastest ones in our garden would be Fortunae, and that also depends on your growing conditions, right, Mike? So if you have really lousy growing conditions, it may just sit there and do nothing. But if you have really good growing conditions, they will grow extremely fast for you. And like I said, and I've always said in my previous live streams, a seedling-sized palm, one of my palms in a private garden is now about 30 feet tall, and it was planted in 2001 as a seedling, okay? It was like the strap leaf seedling in 2001, and it is around 30 feet tall now. So I have videos of it, and I have pictures of it I post on Facebook too. So really nice palm because it has fronds pretty much from top to bottom. They never prune any of the fronds off of it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And remember that when you're pruning fronds, you do not need to remove green fronds from your palm tree, okay? That's food for your palm tree. So you're stressing the palm tree out when you're taking way too many fronds off, unless, of course, you are transplanting it. Then you can take more fronds off to help the root system out, and so it's not so stressed, keeping all those green leaves, all those green fronds alive, and it's going to put a little bit of energy into those roots, right? So that's the key when you're transplanting too. If it's got a lot of fronds, you should remove some. But if they're in your garden, like these guys here, okay, there's no need to take any green fronds off those palm trees. Pam, do you have Brugmansia in full ground? I don't grow Brugmansia anymore, and I should. I grew it for years and years and years, and I have videos of them on here, and they grew really big, and I've even overwintered them on many occasions in the ground, but they have eventually froze out, so we have no Brugmansias now. So I should actually get another Brugmansia candida. I started growing those in the 1980s, and a friend of mine, his dad gave me a couple of little cuttings, and I put them in water, and they rooted. And they're so easy to start Brugmansia that way. So I really should get some Brugmansia candida, Angel's Trumpet. They are beautiful and fragrant at night. I do like the pinky peach ones. That's what we had. So I do have videos of them on here. If you search on my channel for Angel's Trumpet or Brugmansia, you'll see them. They were taller than us. They were actually pretty good size. And in this climate, they're actually better to bring inside in the wintertime because they are a tropical plant. But like I say, I have definitely overwintered them in the past and mulched them, and they've come up from the bottom, from the base of the trunk. What do you think is the best fertilizer for a palm? Well, KRS Palm, Mike, there is actually palm food, and specifically for palm trees. And you could ask your local garden center if they actually carry palm fertilizer. But the one I seem to be using, that Miracle Grow, the 1248, seems to be good. Usually something with a high first number, and they're happy with a little bit of more magnesium or potassium as well. But the palm food I had, I'm just trying to think what the numbers were on it. It was a slow release, and I got a bag of it from the Palm Society, and I threw it around some of the palms. I didn't throw it around every palm in the garden, and it lasts, I think, about 10 weeks, some of that slow release. But ask your local garden center for a specific palm fertilizer because it has all the micronutrients that trees would like. But you know what else will work too, Mike? You can also put a bag of manure around them, horse manure, steer manure, even some chicken manure that's composted a bit. Top dress around them. So here's your trunk, and you can top dress around them. And whenever you water, it will leach into them and give them some nutrients. Pam or PSM. I have a little one with white flowers, but keep it in the pot for winters. Yeah, smart. Well, if you're in a colder climate, like here, we're definitely not in a tropical climate, even though we can grow a lot of different types of palms and stuff like that. We're far from tropical here in Canada, okay? So when you're growing Brugmansia, yes, best to bring it in the house. I was going to show you a map of Salt Spring. Some of you people, we want to show you exactly where we are on this island. So this is the studio tour map. So this is a map of Salt Spring Island, okay? This is what it looks like. You see that? And we are, see that red arrow? See that red line right there? That's our place right there, okay? So we are Gallery 59, Studio 16. So that's where we are located on the island. And when I tell you how narrow it is up here, you can clearly see it on the map. You see the ocean on both sides of us, so close by. So the land is very narrow up here, and that's what makes it a growing zone 9A. Okay, so then you see the wide end of the island here. So in these areas, it's very cold. All in here, and in here, in these areas, it's cold. The Cranberry Valley in here, very, very, very cold. Far inland from the ocean, right? So these areas are very mild. Lots of palms and exotic plants. This is zone 9 in here, zone 9. Up in here, zone 9, all along this side, and along the water here, and all along the south end here. Really good growing areas here. And next weekend, I have to go here. And it's a very long drive from here. It takes just about an hour to go from here, where I live, all the way down here. There's a customer that wants me to carve a tiki for him, so I have chainsaw will travel. I will travel down here, and it's a long way, a long gravel road, and there's actually this tiny little community and a dock and a wharf down there and a little tiny subdivision, but it's very, very far from town. So that is the map of Salt Spring Island. And if you ever visit Salt Spring Island, there are lots of things to see and do here. Anyway, Brugmansia, they sell them at the local grocery store, and I should probably pick one up. I was in there this morning, and they sell my palms at the grocery store, but they also sell Brugmansia. So I should probably pick up a Brugmansia. What's that?
I did it.
You did it?
Yeah.
Nice. You fixed it? My wife is so smart. She just put a light fixture in her gallery, and she wired in a light switch and a plug. She is very good like that. There was an existing plug, so she tapped into it and put LED lights and a light switch. Thank God she loves to do that. You know what I mean? Because I'm not much into that stuff. I like to garden, and I definitely will help her out when she needs the help. By the way, if you didn't get that, folks, happy Father's Day to all of you out there. Fathers, it's a great day, and I hope it's a great day where you guys are too. I give coffee grounds and sheep manure. Yes, sheep manure is very good stuff. It doesn't burn, and rabbit manure is good too. Coffee grounds is great, and we actually have videos on giving coffee grounds to palms. Our palms have had more coffee grounds. There's tons of coffee grounds on these guys here because I'd get it from the local coffee shop, buckets of it every week. Cheers to you all. So what's going on out there, folks? Are you guys having good weather where you are? How's the weather in Poland today? Is the weather really nice? I know it's nighttime there, and I don't know where you guys are, but hopefully you're having very good weather. I mean, yesterday was summer equinox, which was really nice, the first day of summer. I think it came in first thing in the morning. I'm pretty sure it did. And yesterday was absolutely a beautiful day here. So I spent the day working around the garden, and then I went over to the saloon to visit my buddy Hal and shoot a video of his bananas. And I'm always excited to see that red banana he's got growing there. 20 degrees, and then that, you know what? 20 degrees is a perfect temperature. Okay, it was 21 degrees when I started this Palmcast, and sunny here, scattered clouds, a really beautiful day on Salt Spring Island. If you can see the sky behind me, there it is. It's a really, really nice. It sounds very beautiful in the Netherlands as well. 20 is good. For my palms, I give them Osmocote. Yeah, Osmocote's good too. That's usually about a triple 14 Osmocote, and that's a nice slow release, and you can use that on house plants or any other type of plant you want. Used to sell a lot of that when I worked in the big nursery here many, many moons ago. We'd have little bags of Osmocote, and I said that's the easiest fertilizer to use. They're like little silver BBs, and you just throw that stuff on there, and it will dissolve as you water it, right? So Osmocote will work good on your big palm trees and any other tropical plant you have. And these guys here, like I say, the Miracle Grow is probably going to keep them happy too. Wednesday will be 30 degrees PSM. Yeah, we're heading for some higher temperatures next week too. I'm really not looking forward to it. It's going to be 25 or 27, maybe 30 in the inland places, but I'm happy with this right now. I really, because I got to work. I mean, I work through the week, and I really don't like working in 30 degrees Celsius. But when I'm not working in it, 30 degrees is okay. We have a pretty good sized piece of property here, and our palm nursery is in this dappled light. You see, so I was down there potting up palms today, working underneath the California redwood trees, and it was absolutely beautiful. I was sitting in an Adirondack chair. I had my bucket of soil mixture there, and I'm working away. I'll upload a video after I'm done this to show you how I transplant the liner-sized palms to 1 gallon pots, and I'll show you the soil mixture. But, it can be nice hot out, a nice hot day, and I can be sitting down there in the cool of the shade. It's absolutely beautiful. And if we get too hot, we just go across the street, jump in the ocean, or we go to the lake down the road. There's 11 lakes here on the island. I should show you on this map here, okay? I'll give you the dirt here, okay? So this probably doesn't show all of them, right? But this is the nearest lake to us. This is St. Lake, okay? So we're right there. There's St. Mary Lake. There's Stevens and Bullock. There is this one here is Maxwell Lake. This is on top of a mountain. This one here is Blackburn Lake. There's Cushion Lake. There's Ford Lake. There's Roberts Lake. There's another lake off of Baker. I don't know the name of it. There's Spirit Lake on top of the mountain. It's not showing it here. There is Stoll Lake, or Stoll and Weston Lake. So there's a lot of lakes on Salt Spring Island. The highest elevation lake here is Spirit Lake, and it's up at about 2,000 feet. And that's an interesting lake because you can skate on it in the wintertime. Go up there and play hockey when it's 8 degrees Celsius down here. And I'm going to be shooting a video of that lake next Saturday as I drive over the top of the mountain and go to the other side of the island to carve a tiki for somebody. Poland has been raining for several days and temperature 20-25. Good weather for the garden. Rain and 20-25 degrees. You cannot get better. That's almost like subtropical. And I love it. Like when we did have a little bit of rain the other day, and it was around 18 degrees Celsius because it was in the morning, and it's just absolutely perfect for the garden. It makes the garden look like a jungle. It really does. And right now, if you were here, I would love to show you through our garden. We had some people from Alberta stop by yesterday. They own a place. They bought a place on Salt Spring Island, and I showed them through the garden, and they really like. They actually bought a place at Grace Point in town where all the palm trees grow along the boardwalk. So I gave them a little information about the palm trees, and they were quite surprised to find out that the Tracky Carpus fortunei palms grow in higher elevation areas of Asia, China, and can often be covered with snow in the winter. KRSO palm, every day raining. Well, that's okay. You know what? We're in our dry season now. When we get rain, it's a welcome relief, Mike. I like it. I do like rain at this time of the year because what happens when the high pressure systems lock in here, they stay for months, and it'll be like 3 months where you don't even see a drop of rain. You don't get any measurable precipitation. So cherish that rain. It's good for the environment, and it is good for your garden. We live on rock here, okay? So it can rain as much as it wants, and you'll never have any mud. There'll never be any mud or anything here, or any puddles after a big rainfall. Fast raining soil. PSM, I'm off, Joe. I have to go to work in the morning. See you later, PSM. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by, and come in anytime and join the Palmcast. Good to hear you in there. Nice to see so many people in there. I didn't know if there'd be anybody today on Father's Day. I wish I could spend it with my kids, but they all live over on the Big Island, and it's always not so practical to go over there, and we're not really traveling or doing anything like that during these times, right? I do have to go off tomorrow to go pick up, like I say, some machinery and bring it back to work. Be pulling a trailer with me, and I'm going to turn around and come right back. But hey, enjoy the rain, Michael, because there's some places in this world that wish they did have some rain. It's also good for our aquifers. We have a well here So lots of rain is good for the surface wells and even some of the deeper ones too. That's good mint tea. Usually I drink nettle tea. So yeah, like I say, when I get off of this Palmcast, I will upload a video, and then you can see what's happening down in the palm nursery today. The greenhouse has been taking a lot of water, dries out pretty quick because of the sunshine blasting through the glass, heats things up. Sable and Tracky Carpus like a lot of rainfall. They sure do. Absolutely. Yep, Sable and Tracky Carpus can handle lots of rainfall, and Sable love the warm temperatures of rainfall. So you are having the perfect conditions for Sable. You betcha. Nothing wrong with that, man. Hopefully you got those suckers potted up too. Uh, Bugger muffins, boy. It's a bugger muffins, boy. I love it. It's just rained here, and the sun came out. Whole ground is steaming like a sauna. So with that, it is probably really, really humid. Okay, I'm guessing if it's steaming like a sauna, it probably feels like a sauna. So you are probably sweating. I'm guessing you're in the deep south. I see that after rain in the summer, which is rare, and then the sun comes out and it's like 27, 28 degrees. You can see the steam coming off the ground, but it's pretty rare that it does that. And that's when we're going to get a humid day. Yeah, I don't like it. My Sables probably love it. Yes, Sables would absolutely love that. I just planted 2 more Sable Brazoriensis right beside, and they're just seedlings. I planted them. I'll show you. They're hard to see. See this Butia palm here? I planted Sable Brazoriensis here and Sable Brazoriensis there. So I will keep you updated on the Sables that are growing beside the Butia capitata palm. We have a lot of Sable Brazoria. How about hundreds and hundreds of Sable Brazoria? They're in the greenhouse right now. I'm going to test a couple out in the garden. We have a lot of other Sables in the garden that are doing fine. We have Louisiana and different ecotypes, Sable Minor, Palmetto, Casaria, and I'm trying to think what other Taple Sables we have. Waviatonia, I think, somewhere in the garden too. And they all seem to be doing very well here. You know, this far north, they do like a little bit more heat units. So just make sure to plant them in a nice, sunny spot that soaks up a lot of heat. So I do try to put them on a southwest slope. I'm on the south side of our house right now. And right behind us is a very lush, exotic garden on a south slope. And everything is just absolutely thriving down there. Like I say, the bananas are going crazy. I've been fertilizing with Miracle Grow. I gave them some turkey manure, and I gave them some palm food too. So I'm guessing they're probably 15 feet tall at least right now, and maybe they'll make it to 20 feet by the end of summer. I'm dying to see my friends Ensete ventricosum banana by late summer. The red one I've been shooting videos of. I'm guessing it's going to be as tall as his saloon, and it may even rival those Musabaju bananas he's got beside it. He's got a lot of bananas at his place there, and he's been growing them for quite a long time. So that's his thing. He loves to grow bananas, Hal, and they actually look really good by the saloon. So I don't know how many of you people are growing bananas out there, but Musabaju is a very easy banana to grow, and the most cold hardy banana. I know people that grow them back east in Ontario. They have to provide them with a couple of zones worth of mulch, but if you provide them with a zone's worth or 2 zones worth of mulch, you can get those things to go through pretty cold winters because they are, I think, root hardy to at least minus 20 degrees Celsius. Captain Redbeard, evening, Joe. Did I imagine this or do you? Yeah, I grow cannabis. I've been growing cannabis since 1978. That's the first time my dad gave me a bunch of cannabis seeds. He came home from work one day. He was a body man, car painter, and he worked with a lot of rough characters, a lot of bikers. And he said, "Open up your hand, son." And he put a bunch of pot seeds, cannabis seeds in my hand. He says, "You can grow these, but don't smoke them." And that was in 1978 when I was 14, and I've been growing it ever since. I don't smoke the stuff. I just love the plant because it's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, we do have cannabis here, a few different strains. Have you tried Bismarckia seeds? Yes, I've grown Bismarckia from seed. I collected the seed in Honolulu, Michael, and I have videos of it here. It might even be on my other channel, my other YouTube channel. And there's a nice stand of them, a grove of them at Fort DeRussy in Honolulu. So Wendy and I collected a bunch of seed off the ground. I actually shipped it back through the mail service. And when I got here, it was already waiting for me in the mailbox. I grew them in the baggie method, When they germinated, I think I took them out way too soon. They had big, long roots on them. I put them in pots. I put them in the greenhouse. It was the winter time. And I'll tell you what happened. It got so cold in there. Every other palm did fine except the Bismarckias. They did not like the cold, damp soil, and it just rotted the roots off them. So I've tried Bismarckia before. In the late 1980s, Michael, I bought a 5-gallon Bismarckia at a local nursery. It was a really nice palm tree. And me being the plant sadist I was when I was in my younger days, liking to experiment with every single plant I could get my hands on, I planted it in the garden. And the first cold blast came along in zone 8A/8B, and that was the end of the busy. Okay. The busy was toast. They're not a hardy palm anywhere this far north. I've seen them growing in Phoenix, Arizona, and they will grow in Southern California. And there's lots of them in Hawaii. Where we stay on Maui, there's lots of Bismarckia there. And I got some great videos of Bismarckia nobilis. So really nice palm, but I don't know if I'll ever grow it again. There was 2 in my greenhouse I thought that were busies, but I'm mistaken. I do not think they're busies because I'm looking at people's busies. They've been posting pictures of them in the fronds. They're bluish, but they don't look like a busy frond to me. Bugger muffins. Do you have any poplars native to there? The one of the yeah, we have a very rare. We have quaking aspen here, and they're very rare on our island. Okay, usually they grow in much colder, more northern and eastern areas of the province. And there's actually a stand of native quaking aspens growing just around the corner from me that way, in a really wet kind of area. And then there's also some just south of me. And then on the south end, I noticed one more stand. I know of 3 stands of native quaking aspen, and they're in the poplar family, extremely fast growing. But on our property, we have none. I'll tell you what we have on our property. We have, see those big trees up there, way up there, those 150-foot Douglas fir. We have Douglas fir, Arbutus mancesii, the ones behind the palm trees, right there. There they are, right there. Those big green ones. Those are broadleaf evergreens. And then we have lots of cedars, and there's alder in the wet areas, and there's big leaf maple. And but poplar, yeah, they are nice trees, but I'd like plant them if I was going to plant them way far away from the house because they drop a lot of leaves in the fall and they make a big mess. But they're beautiful fall color. And they're very cold hardy too. Very, very cold hardy. I'm just reading some of the comments here. It's nice to see all you guys in there, by the way. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. It feels like the temperature's gone up a little bit here, but humidity's actually pretty stable. Like I say, it was 54.9% humidity when I started this live stream. And as you know, I will do a live stream the first Friday of every month. Captain Redbeard, how are your bamboos getting on this? Oh, God, you should see some of the timber bamboo shooting right now. Phyllostachys bambusoides popping. We have vivax not popping yet, but we have another timber bamboo here. Nice big canes shooting up out of it. And yeah, we have a lot of different bamboos here. I think we have about 24 species of it, and it's growing like crazy. Terrible timing. I'm about to go mountain biking. Sweet. Lots of mountain bikers here. There's a lot of them, and they fly past our place, but they go into the trails. I'm waiting on a friend. Sweet. Hopefully it's a good day for mountain biking. Right on. That's good exercise, too. I have a mountain bike. You know what? I bought it in 1987, and every so often I bring it out and use it. Keras palm. I got some Mazzari palm, so Nanoropsis ricciana seeds. They are in the greenhouse. I have been waiting for 6 weeks. Be patient. Be patient. I've had some seeds take a year to germinate. Rhipidophyllum hystrix. Nanoropsis can be slower, and I've grown them before too. I grew them in my last location. I grew some from seed here, and I sold them as seedlings. They were Nanoropsis ricciana, and the one that I got from on the mainland, I imported from the States, from a nursery. I think it might have been Jungle Music in Westminster, California, and I put it outside, and it died the first winter. Yeah, I should have put it in a sheltered spot. I kind of put it out in the open, and yeah, it froze. So it didn't like Zone 8A, I'll tell you that. They're beautiful palms too. So I think Mazzari palm will definitely work here on Salt Spring. Chamaerops humilis is fully hardy, and I have no doubts that Nanoropsis ricciana would work. And I'm thinking that my friend in Victoria probably has Nanoropsis ricciana in his garden. Jeff, he's got the mature grove of Tracky Carpus wagnerianus. He also has Brahia edulis, Brahia armata, Trithynix campestris. huge jubeas in his garden, butias. He's got so many palm trees in his garden. He's just an amazing palm collector with a great palm collection. I had some sable minor, Zach, seed germinate in 2 weeks, and then I had some germinate in 8 months. Yep, interesting. Yep, sometimes that's the way it is. It's just like palm trees, some being less hardy than others, coming from the same seed source, right? So you could have 6 palms growing in a row. You could have a brutally bad winter, and half of those palms might get damaged or killed, and maybe one or two of them might not even be phased by it. That's just the way it works. It's just like people. You know what I mean? Some are weaker than others. So maybe those other palm seeds were maybe a little bit less slower to come, maybe not as fresh. I don't know. You said you picked them all at the same time from the same plant. So interesting, eh? That they took that much longer to germinate. And I've had that too. But I see them starting to pop in the Tracky Carpus flats. I put over 1,000 seeds per flat, and I'm seeing I see the roots coming out of them now. So I'm going to be busy. And I was busy today. I potted up 32 1-gallon pots in the nursery today. And like I say, I like to replenish the palms that I sell. I've sold quite a few 1-gallon pots this year. So the ones that I sell, I pot back up. I'll go into the nursery and I'll pot liner size into those and get those ready for the next year or the year after. Boy, I've got hundreds of palmetto seeds. Sweet. Well, palmettos are great palms, and especially in the southeastern states. They're much better there than here. They do work here, but they grow at a much slower pace. I have grown, I'm going to say, a couple of thousand palmettos from seed over the years, and we still have some in the greenhouse. I've sold a lot of palmetto seedlings over the years. I've had them shipped to me from all over the southeastern U.S., from North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, and other places down in the south too, where people have harvested them, Louisiana and Mississippi as well. And the hardier eco-type are going to make a much better palm for this far north too. And I do know of some growing here on our coast. There's one growing in front of the Empress Hotel in Victoria. It's about 10 feet tall. And there's also a really nice one growing in my friend's garden southeast of Vancouver. It's been there, I guess it's a 6th year now. And they get a bit more heat out there, so it does very well. Here where I'm at on Salt Spring Island is going to go slower just because, well, like I showed you on the map, we have a lot of ocean around us and not a lot of land, so we're never going to get those extreme heat temperatures at this end of the island. You have to go down where they grow the olives, and then they're going to get more 30-degree Celsius days down there because they're in the middle of the island and the ocean is very far away from them, so they're not completely influenced by the ocean. It's almost like this mini continental climate when you get into our valleys because you're farther inland from the ocean, and it really heats up in the summer, but man, you can feel the difference in the wintertime. It's unbelievable the difference between here and even when I drive to work. I'm scraping frost there pretty much every winter day where we work down about 8.5 kilometers from here. It's completely different. I don't even remember the last time I ever scraped frost on my vehicle here. It's been years. Have you grown any bananas from seed? Yes, I have. I've grown Ensete ventricosum. And I've also grown, Austin sent me some seed quite a few years ago, the pink banana, Valentina. So I grew some of those from seed. He actually also sent me some plants too. But they're really hard. The seeds were rock hard. Are you ex-military? No, I'm not ex-military. I've never been in the military. I'm just a gardener.
You look like you are.
Do I look like I'm military? Do I look like I'm military? What is it? Is it the tattoos? Do the tattoos make me look military? I don't know. Is it my haircut? Maybe I need a crew cut. No, I've never been in the military. No. But I do like watching some military movies. That's kind of cool. Yeah, Full Metal Jacket. In Poland, it is hard to get fresh seeds, and that's wow. Yeah, Michael, there are so many seeds here, it's not even funny. So this past year, in December, January, I harvested 400 pounds of palm seeds. Okay, cool, man. Love the vid. Oh, cool, Stu. Yeah, right on. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in there, buddy. And stay tuned for more videos. I do upload videos every day, and I do have actually I have 2 more YouTube channels. This is my main YouTube channel, okay? And Jungle Joe C, I like to throw a few videos on there every so often. Michael, there's tons of palm seeds here. All Tracky Carpus seeds, of course. Tracky Carpus fortunae. I harvested some Tracky seeds from my aunt's palms, and they are starting to germinate. Going to put a lot. Yeah, good for you. That is awesome. That'll be nice. I wish I harvested for. Oh yeah, yeah, 400 pounds of seed this year. You should watch the video. I harvested. It was probably a couple hundred pounds of seed from one, or near a couple hundred pounds of seed from one palm tree. Absolutely insane. There's a male in town. Male. I hear somebody walking behind me. Am I imagining things? What do I hear? I hear footsteps. I hear footsteps. I see a girl with a laundry basket.
No.
Oh, that's Krista. Hey, Krista. Krista with the new kitten. She got a new kitten. Hey, where's the kitten?
She's sleeping.
Oh, the kitten's sleeping. You got to see the kitten she got. It is like super cute. The views would go up if I put the kitten on here. Yeah. So anyway, she got a new kitten. Yeah, there's lots of palm seed around here, and every year, and I've been doing it for years, I harvest palm seed. So the male palm at the Chamber of Commerce, and I just uploaded a video of it this morning. I titled it "Palm Tree Tracky Carpus Palm with Stiff Fronds." That has about 12 flower stalks on it. So could you imagine if that was a female palm and each one of those had seed on it? How much that would weigh? That would be a ton of seed and the weight to it. I hang the seeds when I harvest them. I got some out in the woodshed and I hang them in our cool basement. So there's a massive rock vein. We're on the top of a rock that runs underneath our house. So our house is built on this rock. So it's kind of like a cellar. It's about 8 feet high, but it's a basement and it's all rock. So I hang them in there and they stay cool and they stay dry and the air circulation is good. And it's around 10 degrees Celsius. It probably doesn't get any colder than 8 degrees Celsius at the coldest. It's a really nice temperature for palm seeds. Father's Day. Yes, it is Father's Day. And there's the awesome card that my daughter sent me. My daughter knows I'm a palm nut, right? And the card says, to Banana Daddy-O, happy Father's Day. My daughter is 26 years old and she likes to make me these funky cards, right? She's an awesome gal and she lives up island over on the big island. The heck's flying around here? So look at that cool bug that just landed on me. I wonder if it bites. Bye-bye. Anyway, yeah, happy Father's Day. Yeah, it's a nice card. I kind of like the homemade cards, you know. She put some time and effort into it. So I make cards too. You know what I mean? When it's Wendy's birthday, I make her card. Wendy's fortunate. She gets to spend her birthday in Maui every year. And Wendy's thing for her birthday is December 6th. She likes to go to Tommy Bahamas so for dinner. And it's not really a full dinner. It's more like appetizers. So she likes to go to Tommy Bahamas near Wailea. Well, it's in Wailea. And I buy her a fufu drink, which is a tropical drink. It could be a chi-chi or whatever, a Mai Tai. And then she likes these things called sliders. They're little hamburgers, but they actually got scallops in them. And then I also buy her the coconut prawns. They're called they're prawns encrusted in coconut. They are the best things ever. So that's where Wendy gets to spend her birthday. That lucky bum, right? I got to spend my birthday here, but actually I don't. I go to Tofino. Wendy takes me to Tofino, which is the west side of the Big Island. And this year, because you know what's going on, I couldn't go. We had to cancel our trip. And I was really looking forward to going to Tofino to shoot some palmy videos over there of the cordy lines. There's massive cordy lines everywhere. And my buddy's got an amazing tropical garden over there, exotic garden with some really nice palms. Yeah, I'm thinking this could be a Cocos nucifera. What do you think? Does that look like a Cocos nucifera? Nice big thick trunk, or maybe it's a date palm. Oh, no, there's coconuts on it. There you go. Observant. It is okay. It's a very thick trunk coconut palm. Right on. Yeah, so, and I did actually send my daughter some palm seedlings a while ago, so she's growing palm. What type of fig varieties you grow there? Oh, okay. So they grow them commercially here. Bugger muffins, boy. I love that. They grow them commercially. There's actually a fig farm down the road from us here. So we grow Cadota, Brown Turkey, Blackjack, La Tarula, Desert King, Valdez. I'm trying to think what other one. Oh, God. We have a lot of figs. We have several fig trees in our garden. So we grow a lot of different varieties of figs here. Brown Turkey is a very popular one. And the La Tarula and Desert King, very popular here on our island. Very good for our climate. And pretty much any edible fig tree is very cold hardy here. But you want one that's going to ripen, right? There's a big fig tree growing along the boardwalk, and it's full of figs right now. I just shot a video of it the other day, and I posted it. HSNWFL. I'm in Zone 8A, also in Northwest Florida. Lots of rain. Winter howd, bent and tree rot and palms. Well, you shouldn't get treat bud rot and palms. Well, people use copper sulfate or hydrogen peroxide, and I've only seen that used here on Butia palms. I can honestly tell you, I've never had winter damage or winter kill to a Tracky Carpus fortunite palm on this island, ever. Okay. I've had it on the mainland when I lived in Zone 8A, 8B, but I've never treated any of them. But hydrogen peroxide or copper sulfate down the center where the spears come out. So, and you know, the funny thing is, Kitty's not awake.
No.
Oh, her baby. Hey, where'd you get that cool hat? Come over here for a sec.
Aloha.
Come over here for a sec. This is Wendy's daughter. Check out this hat she's got.
We see her and other ones.
Get over here. Look at this hat. Look at that hat. Isn't that cool? Aloha. Right there. Well, you can see her cat. The cat is even cuter than the hat.
The kitten.
That rhymes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really cute cat. It's like this big.
It's a little ball.
It's really, and what's his name?
Her name's Bravery.
Bravery. Like with a Bravey, right?
And
Oh, and an R in there too.
And Merlin has to go back to the original.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's got a big cat. So Merlin's he was down in the nursery today.
Okay.
I was working down there and he was down in the nursery. So
Aw.
oh well, he liked it here too.
I like
Yeah.
I know. So anyway, the big cat's got to get the Den Stiefel. That's the boot
Sadly,
in German. So big cat's going, but new cat's coming in, and the new
well,
cat's.
The original owner is all settled now, and Krista's told him she would take care of him until he was settled.
Well, you got to tell him he died. The cat died.
No.
You can't do that.
And we fell
She's
in
too
love
honest.
with Merlin. He's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a real. Where's that cat?
She's around. I know. I really.
Hello. He says hello. Michael says hello. Hello. He's in Poland. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that a cool hat she's got? So if the cat was awake, I'd get her to bring it over, but you can't wake a cat up. It's like waking up a sleeping baby, right? And then it's going to be meowing all afternoon. And then she's going to have to feed it. We are very pleased. Right on. Well, you know what? Yeah, anyway, I'm just thinking about the cat that has to go back because I'm kind of attached to that cat now.
I know.
So we got this cat she brought around here a month or two ago. We're totally attached to it, but the original owner wants it back, so we got to get rid of the cat, to make a long story short. But she just got a new cat yesterday or the day before, a little kitty cat. I'll put a video on so you can see it. What's the usual sable pimento germination time, open air containers? Depends on the heat units, right? So if you have heat, in our greenhouse to germinate sable pimento, about 2 months in heat with a lot of heat. So I don't even usually like to start putting sable pimento in the greenhouse till later in the spring, but I have put them in the winter months. And if somebody sent me a batch of seed in the winter months from North Carolina, and I sow them in a baggy method, I'm going to start them in the house, right? Because it's warm in there. But in the greenhouse, you better wait till May, when we get a lot of heat up here and the greenhouse cooks at 100 degrees pretty much every day. And then it's probably going to be maybe a month and a half, 2 months that those things are going to pop, depending how fresh the seeds are and the growing conditions. Use an HP Pro Mix or a Sunshine Mix 4. The baggy method works really, really well. I don't know if you know about the baggy method, but it's an absolutely awesome way to grow them. JC475. I'm not sure if my eucalyptus seed pods are right, but I got the seeds out and they appear to be very, very small between the size. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, they should be good. Well, they're right. If they come out and they're like little brown grains of sand, whatever, your eucalyptus seeds are ready to propagate. So watch my eucalyptus tree seed propagation videos, and I'll show you exactly how to do it step by step. I should actually do a video on the seed tray I have in the greenhouse right now with little baby eucalyptus trees growing in it right now. They're absolutely beautiful trees. I love eucalyptus trees. I know there's a lot of people here that don't like them. They say, oh, they're a big fire hazard, and they freak out because they see the news reports of California on fire and those eucalyptus trees. They're very flammable. Well, our house is surrounded with eucalyptus trees, and I've never had a problem with them. Plant them far enough away from your house, because the roots could be probably damaging to the foundation and sidewalks and whatever else you have around there in driveways. We don't have that. We don't have to worry about it. So we live on rock, and I'm not worried about roots infiltrating any foundation here. And like I say, we got some big eucalyptus trees. Let's just show you. You can see them on the other side of the house there. See those? Those are eucalyptus trees up there on the other side of the house. And there's one there right there too. Big one right there. And we have a lot of different varieties of eucalyptus. You know, there's over 700 different types of eucalyptus trees. And if you are living in a colder climate, make sure you get seed from good provenance, okay? Because that makes a difference on how it's going to stand up to your winter. I was going to say bugger muffins in open air containers. If you got them outside and you live in a hot climate, it's probably no different than germination time. If you're living in the deep south, I don't know exactly where your location is, but I'm guessing you're in the deep south somewhere. You get the heat, you get the humidity. They'll probably grow like weeds where you are. You know what I mean? So they don't grow like weeds here, but I tell you what, funny enough, I've actually had a couple germinate out in the garden where I've been potting them up. I see sable minor seedlings, so they do germinate this far north. It takes a lot longer though. JC475, yeah, they're quite light in color. Yeah, that's perfect. You betcha. Those should grow for you, man. Awesome. Well, good luck with that. Let me know how they work. Michael, when Tracky Carpus can bloom the fastest, when Tracky Carpus can bloom the fastest. Well, they start to bloom. Oh, you're in Georgia, bugger. In North Georgia at the Lake Lane. Okay, so you get a lot of hot heat and humidity. And my son knows Georgia well. He goes down there. His best friend lives in Georgia. He was down there last summer again. Tracky Carpus take about 10 years or 11 years before they start blooming this far north, okay? So from seed to a flowering plant is about a decade, something like that. And that's when you're going to get the flower spikes or inflorescence on them. If they're really stressed and they're very slow growing in poor soil, they could take 20 years before they flower. So you see this one behind me up there with blooms on it? Go up there and I'll show you. See that palm up there with the flowers on it?
Yeah.
Last year actually was the first year it bloomed, and this is the second year it bloomed, but it took well over 20 years. I planted that in the 1990s, okay? And now it is blooming, but it's a male. So I did actually cut some of the pollen off of it, and I pollinated a palm. Cheers to you, JC475. I pollinated a palm in zone 8A with it. And you can see the video I have here. It was a cold, rainy, miserable day when I went up to zone 8A, and I pollinated this palm that was planted 19 years ago. So I'm hoping that female gets some seed on it, and then I will get some really hardy offspring. And she said, I'm more than welcome to take some of the seed from that palm. The only drawback when I was pollinating that female palm, I was dusting it with some male Trachycarpus pollen. It was really wet out. It was really rainy, so I don't know how that's going to affect the pollination. When I pollinate palms, it's usually a nice dry day, and you can just see that dust coming off the male pollen. The pollen just floating over top of the female flowers. So we'll keep you updated on it. I'll head back there in the fall, and actually I'll contact her first because it's a bit of a drive from here. She's in the Cranberry Valley. Weather follower, what is going on there, big fella? Hello, hey man, good to see you in there. I hope you're having a good day there. Well, I'll tell you what, speaking of weather, beautiful Father's Day here on Salt Spring Island. Yesterday was yesterday was this summer equinox, which was another beautiful day. And today, when I started this live stream 47 minutes ago and 57 seconds ago, it was about 21 degrees. So it's around 21, 22 with about 54, 55% humidity. So it's a very nice afternoon. Current time is 2:25 p.m. Pacific time. I'll maybe go for about an hour today, and then I'll call her quits and I'll upload a movie. I'll upload a video for you guys to see what the palm nursery is looking like today. And everything's pretty funky down there. Everything's really happy. I hit all the potted palms. That's another place I used the slow release palm fertilizer. So a fellow Palm Society member last year gave me a big bag of it, and then he brought me more over. So I put it all on the palm nursery. All the pots have slow release on them, and the palm trees in the nursery are looking really green, just absolutely beautiful. Bugger muffins, have you tried pampas grass? Oh God, that stuff's a weed here. That stuff grows everywhere. We have it in our garden. I had massive clumps of it. I actually ended up taking out because it was encroaching on the driveway. So I cut that stuff down years ago and got rid of it. But Wendy actually planted 2 more smaller plants 2 years ago, and they're pink pampas grass. But it's an extremely common landscape plant here on the Gulf Islands because Cortaderia sallowiana is very drought tolerant and very low maintenance. So you can hedge trimmers, you can cut it back in February, cut it right down, or you can burn it And I used to burn ours down, but you cut it right down, and then it'll just come grow back again for you to put up those plumes in the summer, late and into the fall. What is female can be recognized earlier? No, Michael, you can only identify male and female Tracky Carpus fortunei when they bloom. There's no way of ever telling what a male Tracky Carpus palm is, the sex of it, by looking at a seedling or palm without flowers. Weather follower, I'm nearly 300 subs. I'm 27 awake. Oh, cool. I got 200. Sweet. That's awesome. Good for you, man. That's great. 27 away. I'm always looking at Wendy's subs. I really don't look at my subs here. I look at Wendy's subs though, because she's starting to get up there now, and I think she's 2,470 on her channel. And check out Wendy's channel, Gulf Island Rock. She's got a lot of good videos on there. GD Gardens, it got to 88 today. Sweet baby, you know what? That's hot, hot, hot. It is about 71 degrees here right now, and just a really balmy and palmy, perfect day here on the southern Gulf Islands. I'm really enjoying this weather. This is my kind of weather. It's really nice. Next week's going to be a lot hotter. I'm really not looking forward to it. Pampas grass looks like a dune grass. Yeah, no, it grows everywhere here. Hey, Wendy, excuse me. How's your Pampas grass doing?
Pretty good. I have 3 clumps of it.
Yeah.
It's more that smaller one. They're kind of messy.
They're pink. Yeah, they do get kind of messy, the Pampas grass. I'll be in a race against you and Wendy for subs. That would be a fun competition. He's in a competition. Wendy likes competition. I don't really care about competition. So how many subs are you up to? 200? Just about 200? Oh, you got 200, and I think you're 2470. Wendy's just about at 2500. Yeah. I don't know what I have here. I'm looking. My other channel's got close to 5,000, and I'm not too sure what this one has now. I think we're getting up close to 18,000, something like that, which really isn't a lot of subs on here if you compare it to some of these other guys that have 1 million subs, right? So I just enjoy making the videos. It's fun. Krista's got a YouTube channel too, don't you? Right? Yeah. Yeah, you do the. She does. Krista Grace. It is. What do you?
Pleiadian High Council.
Pleiadian High Council. So it's kind of like she's like this cult. No, she's not a cult.
No,
get over here. She's not. Krista's awesome. So what is the Pleiadian High Council? What is your YouTube channel? I'm giving you a plug right here.
Yeah, I know.
You're getting a free plug on Banana JSSI. So, was it a brush?
It's a little kitty.
Can I use that? Wendy got me a brush.
It's a beard.
She got me a brush for this. She got me one to comb my hair back, because sometimes when I'm driving, it gets in my eyes.
Ah, here's our retractable.
Oh, so anyway, what is your channel? Your channel is?
So I channel the Pleiadians, if you've heard of them.
Palladiums.
They're like our galactic family. You could consider them like the grandparents of humanity. So
okay,
they've been
cool.
around for a long time.
Sweet.
And they are from the star system, the Pleiades. You can see it in the night sky. And they're just coming through with messages of love to assist with humanity's ascension and Gaia's ascension. So
it's a positive thing.
Yeah.
So see this? He says, I'm going to subscribe. He's going to subscribe. So
cool.
What you got to do, sub for sub. See what he says right there, weather follower? So I'm going to get Krista Grace to subscribe to Weather Follower. So go to Weather Follower. So if you sub, he's going to sub to your channel. You sub to his. Write the name of the channel. Write the name of the channel. Can you get a pen for me, and I'll write it down, and I'll show it to everybody here. Can you grab me a pen? Okay. You write it down, and I'll show it to you, and then they can subscribe to your channel.
Okay.
Yeah, Krista's going to write it down. All right. And when you come out, can you bring the kitten? I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing. So next live stream, I'll bring the kitten, and I'll write down Wendy's channel so you can see what Wendy's channel is. So Wendy's channel is golf, one word, and the second word is island rock. Okay, so golf, island rock, and the island rock is kind of like spelled as one word. And the reason we call it Gulf Island Rock, I made up that name for her channel because they call the Gulf Islands the Rock. We live on the rock here because it is very rocky. What's the hottest you've recorded on Salt Spring? The hottest temperature on Salt Spring is 38 degrees Celsius. 100.1.
Does it show the right way when it's like that?
I think
Does it go backwards?
It goes backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, so that means you have to write it backwards. Can you write it backwards?
It's Krista Grace.
It's Krista Grace. Can you read that?
Krista
so
CH.
CHRISTA and then second word is Grace. And so Krista Grace is her channel, and then you can check out some of her videos. She also did tarot readings on it.
I was doing tarot readings a few years ago, yeah.
You're
And
not
then
doing
I
any
was
tarot.
going to do it again. And then the Pleiadians just started coming through.
Okay,
and,
so
She also does music.
she does music too.
working on
She's a
music.
singer. She's like a hip hop artist. So she just
Yeah,
raps the
yeah.
heck out of stuff. Or hip hop's the heck out of stuff. But she's not doing tarot readings anymore.
I do like for myself and stuff, but
Correct.
yeah, no, it's just their messages just coming straight through, so it's a
She's a
lot easier
channeler.
to.
She's a channeler.
It's a lot easier to do that than to. The tarot is kind of heavy sometimes. So
That is cool. He subscribed. Okay, he said he subscribed.
cool.
Okay, so weather
Right,
follower, you got to subscribe to weather follower. Can you give me a pen,
Weather
please?
follower.
Give me a pen. So I'm going to write down your. No, I'm going to write down your channel.
Golf.
No, well, give me a pen, please.
You can't show it to them backwards.
Yeah, I can. I can show it to him backwards.
Oh yeah, and
And
happy
Father's Day.
happy Father's Day and new moon lunar eclipse
Cool.
in Cancer and happy solstice.
Right
Awesome.
on. Oh,
That's
solstice.
right.
Yeah, solstice was
Lots
yesterday.
of energy pouring, lots of love pouring in.
That's right. This is very positive.
And you got your aloha hat.
She's got her
Aloha.
aloha hat. That one came from Maui, I think. There's Wendy's channel right there. That's how you spell it. Gulf Island Rock. Okay.
You did it backwards.
Well, I don't know. I'm not writing backwards. Okay. So Gulf Island Rock is Wendy's channel, and she's got lots of cool videos on there. My other channel, I have two other YouTube channels. My other channel is Jungle Joe C. Okay, so there's lots of gardening and exotic plant videos on that one as well, and of course some crazy random stuff, and some videos that are kind of age restricted. So watch when you get into that channel, okay, folks? It's a little bit more risque than this one, that's for sure. I'll be looking forward to getting. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I'm going to write down this for Krista right now. Weather follower. Okay, so let's write this down. Weather follower, and then she can subscribe to your channel, and then you can see what she does, and then she can see what you do. YouTube. I'm going to give this to her right now.
Yeah. And if I have any, I'll just.
Hey, Krista, this is this channel you got to subscribe to. See, I'm giving this to her. Get over here, Krista. See, as I hand this to Krista, weather follower. There she is. She's going to subscribe to weather follower because he subscribed to your channel.
Cool.
All right.
Sweet.
Thanks, man. That's awesome. That just made her happy.
All right. Thanks.
Amazing the simple things that make some people happy, right?
Yeah.
So, don't worry. What you're right. Isn't backwards? Okay. Yeah, I was writing it forwards, but when I show it on here, it kind of looks backwards. Yeah.
No, that's fine.
So anyway, well, that's good. Sub for sub is always nice. And like I say, I really don't keep track of the subs on here, but I know they go up, because I check my analytics, right? So then I'm going to see what my subs are periodically, but they do go up quite a bit on this one. And it seems like it took quite a few years, and now they're just kind of climbing quite fast. What is going on here? Here's my crazy wife.
I bought this in Victoria.
And I thought she had to put up with me. She was so happy that I go back to work after being off with a really wrecked back, right? So she was really happy. Sometimes streams. Do you stream? You don't do live streams. Weather follower, do you do live streams?
I'll do this for
Krista?
No, I think you have to have a certain amount of subscribers. And
Oh,
pretty,
okay.
like, pretty fresh. So
Hello,
yeah.
Wendy.
Yeah.
Hi.
Not
Wendy
yet.
says he's from Poland. Michael's
Oh,
from.
from Poland.
So you have to have a certain amount of
Wow.
subscribers, so you can't really do it.
Cruise.
Did you confront the
I-
master gardener? No. Oh, I'll tell you about the master
Oh.
gardener. Okay. I'd love forecasts on tropical weather, globally, weather, hurricanes, typhoons. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like those as long as they're not here, weather follower. Did you confront the? No, I'll tell you what. We just had a couple from that complex, Grace Point, come to our gallery,
They bought 2 paintings.
and they bought a couple of paintings from to Wendy. To make a long story short, they bought some of her paintings today, beautiful paintings. So I told them about the gardener at Grace at this complex, and they said they're going to take it up with the head person in charge of the garden committee and tell her the damage she's done to the plant. So I told them specifically what she has done and what she shouldn't be doing and why did she do it. That's the questions I have to ask. So they're going to take it to the head person of the garden committee. They have a meeting with her, and they're going to bring this forward to her, some of the stuff that I pointed out. They said, tell him Banana Joe told him that this is wrong. You do not be cutting all the fronds off of Jubea chilensis. You do not be defoliating a sable rosei or Trachycarpus fortunei, or cutting down cordyline trees, or moving a small Jubea chilensis and it dies, and so on and so on and so on. It just absolutely drives me nuts. And planting a Cornus cusa, sitting the root ball on top of the soil and mounding it up with dirt. Ugh, it just drives me crazy. And these people call themselves landscape architects and master gardeners. That's really hokey gardening, if you ask me. Planting a tree above ground. Yeah, I know. I shot a video of it too. It's just like, what are they thinking? Unless it's temporary and they're planning on moving it. But what's the point, right? You know what I mean? And she's got it clustered with a Acer palmatum. She's got a Picea in there. These are things that don't even go with the palm trees, really. Okay, it's a palmy theme. I did that consultation 25 years ago. They hired me to do a consultation to make it into a subtropical garden. So the first thing I did, I gave him a roll of flagging tape. The head guy of the gardening committee, I said, see this flagging tape? Whatever I tell you to flag and tag it is going to get cut down and ripped out. Okay, so every mugo pine got ripped out. Most of the pine trees we tagged, they got cut down. And I says, they're all going to be replaced with palm trees. So I sold them about 40 or 50 palm trees, okay? And that was back then when they were small. And since that time, the garden committee, the palm nuts have moved away, and there's a new bunch of people in the garden committee, and they're not so keen on the palm trees. So a lot of palm trees have been removed from there. Most of the eucalyptus trees have been cut down. There's an absolutely beautiful Tasmanian blue gum, a globulus, huge, huge big tree. They cut it down. Can you believe it? So there's only a few eucalyptus trees actually left in that complex now. There's Passiflora, Nitens, Debusavilli, Neglecta. I think there is maybe one Perineana left and a Gunnii. All the other ones have been cut down. It's just really, really sickening. So I don't even really like to look at it. When I go by there, I take pictures of the Trackies in the front, and it's really upsetting and disturbing to see the Jubea, the way she has pruned it and taken off all the healthy green fronds. What was this lady thinking? And she calls herself a landscape architect. Well, she better go back to school and learn about palm trees. A lot of people know about gardening. They know nothing about palm trees. That Juby needs to be protected. Yeah, I know. It's sad. It's been outside since 1999. It's going to replace some fronds, but they're slow this far north. Weather follower, you know what's worse? That planting tree above ground, planting it upside down. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be her next thing. Weather follower should be planting something upside down. Kiros, I like movies from Greenhouse. Oh, cool. Right on. Okay, well, you know what, Michael, I'll shoot another video from the greenhouse soon, and you can see what's going on. Weather follower, I use Streamlabs OBS to stream anyone, no matter on the. Oh, is that right? Eh? Okay. See, I'm using right. So I just click the little red button, and I'm streaming, and then I go in and I edit it after. I put the details in it. It's raw and unedited, the actual video footage, but I put the details in it. I put the tag words. Tag words are very important. And then I run the ads on it, all the different ads I want before the video starts, during the video, after the video, and then I can put skippable ads. See, I do have AdSense here. It's monetized, so I can pick the ads and where I want to put them. Yeah, no, it works out pretty well. It's fun shooting videos. To me, it's just a hobby. And I've been doing this since 2008. Okay. That's when I started my YouTube channel, 2008. So it's 12 years of YouTubing it now. That's quite a while. My oldest son, I think he started in 2006, 2007, when YouTube was pretty much brand new. And he's got some YouTube videos. Actually, his friend has them, and they are on his channel. He was a sponsored skateboarder, so he has there's a lot of skateboarding videos of my oldest son on there from back in the day. Richard, hope Wendy is okay. Wendy is fine. Wendy is very happy because somebody came and got some of her artwork today, and she likes when people come and get some of her artwork. So they came to our gallery. We have Gallery 59 here on Salt Spring Island. It's an art gallery, Wendy's art gallery, nothing to do with me. It's Wendy's art gallery. And Wendy's a very good painter, very good artist. So they like West Coast art. They're from Alberta, and they picked up a couple of her paintings for their place in town here. They have two places. They have a place in Alberta, and they have a place here on Salt Spring Island. Yes, Richard, Wendy is doing well. She's been very busy. She was just putting some lights in her studio, her painting studio. She put some nice LED track lights in there, and then she put the light switch in and wired it all in herself. She built it herself. It looks really, really nice. She did a really good job. A tree fell on the old one and totally crunched it. So she had to do a rebuild from the ground up. And I can hear her banging away in there right now. So I will do a live stream sometime of her painting. Or she'll do a live stream. Wendy can live stream on her channel. And I do actually have videos of Wendy painting and of her art gallery, but not of the studio yet. Have you heard of Borassus? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Telepot palms. I got videos of them here, GD Gardens. There's a hills on Oahu, and I got videos and pictures of them. And the videos I have of Wendy standing beside the massive, fully booted up trunks, and she looks tiny compared to these gigantic palms that will die when they flower. They actually die when they come into bloom in it. I think they bloom at about 80 years. And one of them was flowering when I was there one time, and that's the end of the life of the palm when it flowers. These massive sprays of white flowers come off the top of the telepot palms. Corypha. Corypha is a beautiful tropical fan palm. Michael, you infect people with great love. Yes, thank you very much. Well, you know what? Palms are a good thing, right? And it's good energy, and all you guys give off good energy. There's so when I see a negative comment on there on a gardening video, it's like, what's going on, man? You know what I mean? I just basically thanks for watching, but no need for negative comments on gardening videos. Palm growing is a good hobby, and exotic plant growing is also a good hobby. It all goes together, and weather observing and palm growing and exotic plant growing all goes hand in hand. You know, because most palm growers and exotic plant growers are weather observers. I'm really keen on weather. I've always been a weather buff. We have remote sensors all over the property, and I record it in a book daily, going back decades. Okay, like I do this religiously every day. Rainfall, if it rains, minimum, maximum temperatures, and then I just tally up the rainfall for the end of the year. And the newspaper used to contact me, and they'd want the yearly. What was the highest temperature? They'd put it in the paper, and new people own the paper now, and they'd want the minimum for the year, the maximum. What was the rainfall? Did we get snow? How much snow we had, and all this stuff. Was it a wetter than normal year, and all that stuff. So anyway, yeah, I really enjoy doing the weather, and I also love palm trees, and I'm glad you guys are into palm trees, and especially you young guys. Getting into palm trees at a very young age is even better, because then you can watch those things mature. So somebody at my age, at 56 years of age, getting into palm trees, you probably want to buy something that's a little bit bigger, so you're not waiting for a seedling to reach 20 feet tall, because I will be long gone dead by the time it reaches 20 feet tall. You know what I'm saying? So it's better to buy something with a substantial trunk, substantial size to it when you're GD Gardens. I was at a river today, and they kicked you out for swimming. What? There are no rivers here on Salt Spring, but we do have some creeks. We have Fulford Creek, and I'm trying to think what other one. We have some other smaller creeks, and there's waterfalls, but no rivers on this island. We do have a lot of lakes, though. I went by the lake the other day, and it was absolutely packed with people. And you know, the scary thing is most of the cars I did not recognize. And so I'm assuming they are tourists. I also spotted two vehicles from Oregon on our island as well. And I don't know what, I mean, people do own property here. The one car I kind of recognize with the Oregon plates. The other car, I don't know if they said to the border they're heading to Alaska, and then they didn't go to Alaska and they decided to come to Salt Spring Island, right? That's kind of the loophole for getting through the borders right now. But there are a few Southern plates running around on our island. I know some of them do actually own property here, and the other ones might be just kind of checking things out as tourists, right? You know what I mean? You need to show us what your streaming setup is. My streaming setup is just, you know, my streaming setup is? My streaming setup is just a laptop computer. That's it. I'm sitting outside at a table, a round table. I'll show you where I'm sitting right here. Can you see that table? Just a round table. And I have a laptop. I just have a laptop with the camera in it. That's it. It just has the camera built into the laptop. Super simple. It's just a Toshiba laptop. Nothing fancy schmancy here. So my youngest son did videos for years and years and years. He's going to be 20 soon. He did them when he was a little kid. He was doing YouTube videos, and he had a green screen. He had two computer screens set up. He had the microphones, and he's still doing videos now. He does hip hop. He sings. So he's got his own channel and quite a few subscribers to it. And he did a lot of live streaming too. but he had the up. And no, me is simple, just a simple computer with the webcam in it. That's it. That's all I'm using right now. Nothing fancy schmancy for this guy. No, it's so simple. That's all I have. When I'm done here, I fold up my laptop and I bring it back into my man cave. It's just a cheap laptop. I bought this one 5 years ago, and I have another Lenovo laptop that I bought a couple years ago, a new one, right? But I kind of like this old one, and I'm running the same mouse. I'm running the same mouse that I've had for 15 years. I'm going to show you this mouse, man. This mouse is a laser mouse, right? I've had this. No, I've had it even longer. I've had it since 2004 or 2003. This mouse, and it's never failed me. So I'm using the old school stuff, and I got this old school laptop, and nothing. Like I say, high end here for sure. Open shop with Banana Joe t-shirt. Well, there are Banana Joe t-shirts, but they're the guy on Kauai that does the smoothies, right? And the only thing that Banana Joe here has on this island are we have books out. I have a couple of books out on this island. One's in the library. So if you ever visit the library here, you can actually take out the book, and it is of gardens. Wendy and I did a book. We published a book on exotic gardens on Salt Spring Island. It's actually a pretty good book. It's a picture book, mostly with very little writing, very little printing in it, and that's the way I like it, because I really don't care about the printing. I want people to see the gardens. So that's it. It's kind of like a coffee table book, right? And the other one's actually on tikis. Wendy did that one, but we both did the book on exotic gardens, Salt Spring Island exotic gardens. Bugger muffins. Do you grow pines? The ones here are usually loblolly pines here, and usually, yeah. Have pines here at higher elevations, and they are shore pines. And we have one on our property here, but it was given to me as a sapling from a longtime friend that passed away moons ago. And so we have ponderosa, I think we have in our garden. We have an Austrian pine. They're way far from where I'm sitting right now, and they're big trees. I planted them as saplings years ago. And then we have the shore pine. We have a few shore pines, actually. I planted some in the forest too. So shore pine is native. They don't grow at lower elevations. You have to go up into the mountains, and you'll start to see pines. You can definitely tell when the climate's changing. You'll see pines, and you'll see manzanita. Lots of manzanita, Arctostaphylos columbiniana. Okay, weather follow, have a good day. I'm going to go now. It's getting late. Hopefully see you next stream. Yeah, see you first Friday of every month. We will be streaming, and I'm going to get off of here soon too. I'll put a video on. I'm going to do some watering the bananas. Things are getting dry here. All right, and we'll have to think about a t-shirt for sure. Sounds good. Put a big banana on it. Thank you, Michael. I've been into plants for a long time, and it's funny, I can't remember what I did yesterday, but I can remember the Latin names of all these plants, right? I worked at a big nursery here for a decade. Okay, so basically talked in Latin names every day for 10 years working at that nursery. 5 days a week I worked at the nursery, and when we talked, it was always in Latin names, because that's the way the bosses liked it. They wanted us to use Latin names of plants, and I memorized them all. I've read a lot of books, so I am self-taught. The only college courses I really took pertaining to gardening were turf management, and I absolutely hate turf. I'm sorry. I don't. For my personal, I don't want any turf in our garden. I don't want to mow any lawn when I come home from work. At work, I mow enough lawns because I work for the Parks Department. Absolutely love my job. Love looking after the lawns in my job. But when I get home after mowing lawns all day, I don't want to mow lawn at home. I want to just sit around the garden and enjoy. Our gardens are very low maintenance here, okay? It's rare that you ever find a weed because it's so thick with ground covers and exotic plants. There's no grass to mow. The only thing I do is take the weed eater, and actually I might do that today too, is along the boulevard, along the B&B, where the B&B guests come in, and I just weed eat a little strip of grass along the roadside, and that's all I do. No lawnmower. I said, Wendy, when we got together, I says, get rid of your lawnmower because there's no lawn to mow here, man. We have a jungle garden here. It's pathways going all through the palm trees and exotica, and it's a mix mash of palms and exotic plants in no particular order, and I think you'd really like it. It's really a wild, jungly garden, and there's no square edges, okay? There's no square edges in this garden. Everything's rocks. We use the rocks we dig out of the ground to line the rockeries. Our arbors and espaliers are made out of arbutus, native arbutus and eucalyptus wood, and it is a really funky island garden. Gardens here are much different than on the mainland, okay? You're not going to see square edges. Island gardens are all over the place and very, very interesting. Okay. So there's a lot of different levels to our garden and a lot of different corridors, and it does take you at least an hour to look through our garden. That's how big it is. So if you're ever on Salt Spring Island, come and visit, preferably this time of the year through the summer months, and I would love to give you a garden tour, and I'll show you what I am talking about. Anyway, folks, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to back on out of here, and I'm going to say aloha and cheers to all of you good people out there. Hope you fathers are having a great Father's Day. I had a great one, even though I couldn't be with my kids. But you know what? I messaged them. They messaged me. They said Happy Father's Day, and I got the cool card from my daughter and Happy Father's Day from the boys. And we will get together soon and see the kids. All right, guys, take it easy. Stay safe out there. And until next time, the next live stream is going to be the first Friday of July. And remember that, put that on your calendar because you can join in here and leave your comments. And good night to you guys. It is 2:52 p.m. Pacific time here on Salt Spring Island. So time to head out into the northern jungle and do some work out there. All right, take care, stay safe, and see you next time. Thanks for everybody joining in. Cheers.